Hi everyone. Just wanted to have a quick post that's following up on a friend of mine's video that she recently posted. So Colleen O'Day posted a video just talking about some frustrations and some observations that she's had about how people interact with their dogs and what can be done to sort of change the situation. And it got me thinking because I work with other animals as well, not just dogs, so with horses as well. So I see it from horses, dogs, cats, the whole works. And it surprises me a little bit because I think as owners of dogs in particular, they're such an intimate part of our lives. You know, we invite them into our houses and things, and we can pick when they're happy to see us and we can pick when they're scared. And yet that sort of consideration almost seems to go out the door when it comes to training, and I'm not quite sure why that's the case. And I know, you know, from science, I'm probably going to show my age now, when I went through university still, we were told to be extremely careful about not anthropomorphizing, which is putting human characteristics into an animal, and that there was no evidence to suggest that animals actually had emotions and feelings and things that were very similar to what we experience. Now the world's changed, the science world's changed now, and I think most scientists and researchers working in this field, and it doesn't matter what sort of animals they're dealing with, are really coming to the realisation that there's so many similarities between a mammal's brain in particular, and ourselves. The biochemistry, the hormones, etc., that spike are very similar to what we have in ourselves. So one of the things that I tend to do is really look at the emotions that the horse, the dog, the cat, even wild animals that I'm interacting with, you know, try and get an understanding about what they're feeling and then responding accordingly to that. And so when I'm looking at training techniques and things like that, I want to see an animal that's happy, as joyful and really engaged and actually wants to be there and be with us when we're training. So when I see a trainer or anyone working with an animal, and you know that dog or horse is trying to increase distance away from the trainer, or they look really tense, or their tail's tucked and they appear fearful, I just don't think that's right. I don't think that's ethical. And so there's some training techniques out there that, you know, people say that works. But for me, yeah, animals can learn through some of these things, but I'd rather have an animal learnt that was willing and happy during the training. So just a little bit of, I guess the main message is have a think about how you feel when you're frightened or when you're happy, and how do you think your animals are feeling at that particular time, and ask that question. And if we're doing some training which is supposed to be good for them and fun, we're going out for a walk or something, just ask yourselves, you know, recognise what's my animal feeling. You know, is the dog actually confident to cross the road, or is the dog scared to approach something, or is the horse afraid of something? And if it is, I think we need to stop and realise that putting more pressure on them at that stage is actually not going to help with their fear. So again, think about how you feel when you're frightened. You know, will it help you if someone forces you closer to whatever it is that you're worried about? Will it help you if someone threatens you to, you know, get you exposed to those things? Or does it actually just make you feel worse? Do you shut down? Do you try and escape? Do whatever you can to get out of that situation. Whereas another approach might be, okay, the animal's scared, let's increase some distance so they're less worried about the object. And can we do something to make whatever they're scared of not be scary, so we can pair that with something good? Just two different approaches to the same problem. And I know which way that I tend to go, so have a think about it. Put yourself in your animal's shoes. If you don't think you would be comfortable having that sort of thing done to you, then have a look, ask yourself why do that to your animal. Anyway, food for thought. Thank you.